Right.
Welcome to the push. My name's Steve Machine Curran.
Volume loud enough? Jesus Christ. Scare all our viewers away.
And you are.
Kev, Big Daddy Allwood. And this is episode 57.
It's actually scary because it's Halloween soon.
It is Halloween soon.
Are the boys, all the boys, dressing up?
Yeah.
As what?
Cheerleaders? Ghosts and goblins and shit. I don't know.
Bianca's going as Wednesday from Addams Family.
Are you going out with her?
Yeah, I'm going as Harlequin from...
No, are you actually going to go trick-or-treating?
No, she doesn't. No way. No way does she want me involved.
There's actually rules put out by New South Wales about all states about what can happen for trick-or-treating and Halloween and whether it's even allowed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of COVID. Because of the COVID. Some
states are
banning it.
Maybe, but in New South, I don't know. I didn't check all the other states, but I did check for New South Wales. There's not allowed to be groups of children roaming the streets on their own. There needs to be an adult with each group of children.
Why? If you don't have an adult, you get COVID.
I don't know. That's what it says. Plus, social distancing. So obviously, if there's some kids going up to the house, you got to give 1.5 meter gap, and all lollies need to be individually wrapped. You can't be given out like
a bucket of lollies,
handfuls of like marshmallows or something. They've got to be individually wrapped sweets, and encouraging people to have the transaction in the front yard of their house rather than at the door.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I guess it's further away from where the people live. I don't know. But there's rules.
Do you support these rules?
I don't know. I think Corona in Australia is pretty much dried up, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
However, that being said, it's still on the rise in some places.
Yeah, Europe's fucked again.
Europe's fucked. Places, Brazil, India, Mexico and Russia are all growing cases. They're still on the rise. Yep.
Yeah, it's not good.
India and Brazil are up around where the US is at. And the US is highest, but these other countries are getting higher.
Yeah, there's a guy called, the fitness girl, Insta girl called Michelle Lewin.
Yes.
Very hot. Great body. Do you follow her husband?
I don't follow him, but I've seen that he's been in hospital.
Yeah, so that's COVID.
Yeah.
Really fit guy,
young, healthy. COVID, come on. Has all his organs shut down.
So you think there's other underlying issues?
Kidneys and liver and heart and all that stuff.
Was looking at a kidney transplant.
Yeah, so look, have there been other COVID cases where that happed? Is that what happens as a rule?
I think can have dramatic effects on your heart.
I think that boy was he was always shredded, right? He must have been on a myriad of
a plethora
chemicals, I reckon.
Yeah,
steroids. Uppers,
downers,
like stimulants.
Yeah,
I don't know what he was on.
Yeah, you wonder what his blood work looked like before the COVID.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look good now.
Did he look good before?
We looked lean before.
Yes.
So we just come back from the I was going to say the COVID stairs. We just came back from the turtle stairs, and I'm having some issues with the POO voice. Because, as you know, we've discussed on previous episodes, once the POO voice speaks...
You must obey.
You must obey the POO voice.
You must.
And
if anyone can't work out what the POO voice is, think about it for a few seconds and you'll work it out.
Yes.
All right?
Once it starts talking to you, you have to abide by it.
You do.
And
there's no like, trying to suck it back up.
No.
Once you get that turtle head.
Especially if you're jogging. Especially if you're running.
Turtle head on the turtle stairs is not a good combo.
Well, hence the way I bring it up, because that's exactly what happened today.
Right.
And I tried to go, I got to Rania's place, and she said, because she's aware of my issues, she said, do you need to use the bathroom? No, I'm good.
Right.
So
you hadn't yet been?
Hadn't been. And so then, fortunately, City Gym is now open at 6 a.m. on Sundays.
I saw that. Yes.
So I went there, but it wasn't the full bowel movement.
Right.
Thought it was.
But you thought, but did you think at the time that there was enough excretion?
Yes.
To keep you good for the next hour or so?
Yes. But as soon as I started running, well, actually, no, that's not true. It sort of hit me as we got to Clough Valley. I parked, as I usually do, outside the bus stop, and had to run to the toilet and just made it into the women's toilets.
Really?
Yeah, so I ran into the women's toilets, which are a lot cleaner than the men's.
Generally, that's the case in public toilets.
Well, apparently not sometimes. You get mixed messages.
Right. I think just that men are disgusting.
Men are
generally.
disgusting. You know, I don't think women are pissing all over the seat.
No.
No, well, they'd have to squat to do it.
They'd have to yeah, that's right.
Sort of like that idea.
So you made it to the women's.
Made it to women's. Went to the toilet, and as I sat down, another woman came in next to me,
not knowing that you were a male.
No, of course not. And I was thinking, am I making male noises when I'm in the toilet? But I guess you can't tell.
So you were actually making noise was coming out of your orifices?
Yeah. While and then anyway, so that was.
Did you stay there for her to leave?
No, I bolted. I got out before she got out.
Right.
So anyway, then I started running and it hit me again. And I was like,
third wave.
Third wave.
Oh,
the third wave of the POO voice. And so then I had to run back to this, and by that stage I was over it. I was really angry. I was angry. I was running back, and Kane was just tearing up the stairs, and I was running back, and I was angry. And then as I was running again, I was thinking, where am I? Who am I? What am I angry at? Where am I directing this anger? What, at the poo? At my bowel? At the toilet?
Yes.
There's no. It's a wasted energy.
Angry at the asshole, I'm sure.
Angry at the arsehole.
Angry arsehole.
Yeah. You don't want to have an angry arsehole. Have you had an angry arsehole?
I have had years of having an angry arsehole first thing in the morning.
Yeah, you've shared that before.
Actually, I went to another doctor on Friday, 2 days ago, about this.
I thought your angry arsehole had abated.
Yeah, well, it kind of had, but every now and then it flares its angry head. Right.
Or do you just like going to the doctor and getting does he do a visual inspection?
Oh, yeah, gets right in there, both hands clapping.
Yeah.
No, this time it was a female doctor.
Oh,
she was...
You're mixing it up a bit.
She was attractive.
Was she really?
Yeah, Indian lady, but very good looking.
Right. And so you went in there and said, I've got an angry arsehole.
She said, let's have a look.
Yeah, bend over.
Yeah, no, she didn't actually. She suggested maybe CBD might be something. Oil might be a solution.
Well, interesting
for
a GP to say that.
Yeah, for irritable bowel, if it's irritable bowel syndrome.
Right.
She suggested that might be that on a very low dose. So I'm kind of considering that.
I think
she's sending me to a specialist, a specialist gastroenterologist or whatever, so and getting all my blood work as well.
Yeah, good.
So all the bloods, including testosterone and all that shit.
So you're going to get a colonoscopy?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Because I'm due for one as well, so maybe we can do it done at the same time.
Tandem colonoscopies.
Yeah.
I told her my age, right?
Yes.
So she said, yes. Well, it's you need to test for like what is it?
Prolapse bowel. Prolapse bowel.
No, test levels and
estrogen.
Not estrogen.
Cholesterol.
Yeah. Cholesterol.
Yeah.
Because I've never had any of that done.
Oh, you never had? No.
Oh, I had my test levels tested about 20 years ago, but that was it. Free test.
Yes.
So look, it was interesting. So I'm going to follow up on all that.
Yeah.
See if there's any
fasted. Yeah. Do a fasted blood test.
Yes.
Blood sugar as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Get the camera up there.
What size camera are they going to use?
Well, you know those TV cameras where they shoot the news and stuff.
Well, the ones that they're actually on wheels.
Oh, like a
yeah. That's what I thought. See, mine they just use a microscopic one. So speaking of the turtle stairs, I've got to bring up, because it was brought to my attention a number of times. I'd already noticed, but it's been brought to my attention a number of times. A photo from the turtle stairs from a couple of weeks ago, where the lovely Gisela, is that a full name?
I have no idea even what you're talking about.
Well, okay, so Gisela, if you want to look at her on Instagram, she's a very attractive young fitness girl, big following on Instagram, an A&B pro apparently. That's a Australian Natural Bodybuilding Federation pro, so amazing physique. And she comes with her boyfriend, who's a big burly Brody, and
BBB, triple B.
yeah, and they did the swim with us, they did the run with us, and but in the photo, we have a group photo, as you've probably seen on Instagram at the end, and the photo captured Kev staring directly at Jess's butt.
If you recall that day, the sun was up and it was very glary, right? And I was struggling to look at the camera because the sun was directly behind the
I think you were
photographer.
struggling to look at the camera because you were fixated on her.
And I wasn't staring at her. I was averting my eyes from the glare of the sun.
Happened to...
And the photo that you chose to use happened to be one where my head was looking down, and it looks like I'm staring at her ass.
While Brody, the boyfriend, or fiance actually, is looking at you. Like, what the fuck, dude? But
It's all a big misunderstanding, Steve.
Yeah, a number of people brought that up to me. And
I know.
And so Nick Ocke's response was, Kev just can't help himself. In fact, Kev's brain is just like a dancing penis.
Well, mate, that is true.
That's probably true.
That is true. But I'm innocent of all charges, all accusations. I'm telling you, innocent until found guilty.
Maybe we should get Jess on the show to refute that.
Maybe.
Actually, it should be a good guess.
Yes.
The stairs today, I was a bit angry. I got it done. We all got it done. It's good. Very windy.
And then the sea was angry. I'm talking about angry assholes. Nature was angry this morning.
Was angry and dirty.
Yes, but we still jumped in the water.
We did, yeah. Yeah. One of the people that comes is Dean Stevens, who's
Dean.
he's getting smaller all the time. He's had a great weight loss journey, hasn't he?
So he started at about 160 kilos.
Yeah.
He started his weight loss journey before he started exercising with us.
Yeah.
But he's down to 118, I think, now.
Yeah. He's really doing well.
He's doing well. He's a big boy. He's got to be like 6'6" or something, right?
Yeah, about
6'4",
a couple of inches taller than me.
Couple.
See,
Couple of feet taller than you.
One of the things that he employs as part of his nutrition is these shakes that he's been making. And he puts all sorts of manner of things. He puts pineapple, the husk from the pineapple in it, and lawn clippings and horse manure. And he believes that they actually all benefit him.
Pine cones.
Gravel.
Plus anything he finds on the street.
Dead cats.
appliances and stuff. But
Seems to be
with fruit and vegetables as well.
Yeah, but a lot of fruit. Probably too much sugar.
Probably too much fruit, I think.
Yeah. But it seems to be working for him.
Well, he also has employed my technique of fucking nasty tuna last night.
Oh, has he really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He asked me for tips.
What the recipe was.
He asked me if I had any tips for like accelerating his weight loss. And I said, well, I gave him a few things. I said, fasted cardio after a black coffee. Try having another shot of black coffee before your lunch meal.
Right.
And then another thing I think works for me is this fucking nasty tin of tuna before bed.
So what's the science behind that, Kev?
It's shredding tuna.
Shredding tuna.
Yeah, it's fucking...
It sounds like bro science to me.
It's proven.
Proven science.
Fact. It's proven
so
fact.
you're part of
Double
it.
blind placebo testing has been done on it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So would you agree that part of the thinking is from a psychological perspective? In that
for sure.
It's a bit masochistic. You're punishing yourself.
There's a massive psychological component.
So you deserve to eat the bad tuna.
Oh well, look, I've been eating
like a sports
averagely this week. So last night, the night before Turtle Stairs, I thought there's nothing else for it, but I have to eat another. I haven't had tuna for a while, you see.
Right.
So I had cracked open another tin last night. Washed it down with a litre of water because it takes me that much water to get it down.
Yeah. How much are you putting away? This is a big tuna, 400
and
whatever.
grams.
So it's probably about 300 grams of tuna altogether.
Yeah, maybe.
When you drain out the...
Yeah, it's awful and it's hard work too getting it in.
Yeah.
But I get it in.
Okay, well, it's good that Dean's employed that. Maybe you could put that in a shake. Put the tuna in the shake.
I used to do tuna shakes.
Yeah, fuck that.
For a long time I did it. Back in New Zealand I'd take a plastic beer jug that I'd taken from a pub years earlier. I'd take a stick blender and I take tinted tuna. I have them in my car at all times, so that like even after a night out, staying up all night. Back at someone's house, I'd break these out
and bring the blender
in
with
their
you?
kitchen. Yeah,
That's great.
And I'd put tuna in, I'd put water in, I'd blend it up with a stick, and then I'd drink it in front of everyone.
Oh,
and
did you gag?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have to hold my nose and drink it, and that way I could get it all. But you know, it's in like a minute or two. It's down, and you don't have to worry anymore. And I stayed shredded. Back then I was in my 20s though, so it's a bit easier. Yeah, but I drank many tuna shakes.
So what was tuna and what else?
Water.
Just that.
That's it.
Oh, I know
Thick. It's thick.
I know Simon Reeves, the owner of ASN, used to do the same thing, but I think he put apple juice with it or something.
Right. Yeah, I've
make
heard
it
of
a bit more
people putting
palatable.
pineapple with it, but again, it's that whole psychological punishment
Yeah,
thing.
it's the masochism.
Whacking myself with a
Yeah.
stick.
Oh.
Beating myself. Speaking of beating myself, I don't know if I should say this.
Yes, yeah, why not?
I almost got caught by my son. the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was like, I was on the bed. The missus wasn't there, so I was like, I feel like I might just relieve myself.
Well, were you watching porn? Or?
I had the phone in my hand, I had a towel laid out, and had the pants like partially down.
Yeah. Just enough room to...
I wasn't quite ready to go, but he pushes the door open in the bedroom. He's like, "What are you doing, Dad?" It's like, just watching some videos.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So he didn't actually catch me mid-stroke.
A few minutes later, and it would have been very embarrassing.
Probably, 30 seconds later, he would have caught me at it.
Oh, that's trauma there.
I thought about not doing it in the bedroom because of the risk of one of the kids coming
Do you have
in.
a lock on your door?
No lock. I thought about like going out to the laundry or something.
Oh God, that's sad. Isn't it? That's sad.
It is sad.
Father behavior.
But I thought, I'll be right.
Well, there's a learning there.
He's 11, so he doesn't know about this yet, I don't think. Or maybe. I don't think he does.
Not 11, I don't think.
But maybe he might piece it together in a couple of years.
My mum walked in on me once. And I was...
Mid-thrust, mid-stroke.
Yeah, and it was...
she actually saw what you were doing? Or you were under the covers of your bed or something?
It was... I don't know like you then, I don't know how I thought I was going to get away with it. It was in the lounge room.
Oh.
And there was a movie, and I think it was about Charles Manson or something.
But there was girls with their tits
But there was
out.
it was just hippies, so there was girls with their tits out. And, you know, back...
You take every opportunity.
And such little... Like... An average teenager now would look at it and go, well, where's the double anal and the fucking group sex, you know? Yeah. And this was literally just some boobies bouncing.
Any glimpse of nipple or anything would be enough to get you...
Well, that's all we had.
I know.
That's like, it's either that or a Kmart catalogue.
Kmart catalogues were good for the lingerie section. There'd be like 6 photos of chicks and bras.
Yeah.
That was enough.
You just alternate between them.
What was good for me was Madonna's Vogue video, and she'd be there with a lacy top and she'd be moving like this, and you could see the nipples underneath and stuff.
So imagine how good they've got it now.
Oh.
It's actually too much now.
Yeah, it's too much now. All you need to
too much too soon.
You need to type a couple of keywords into Google, and there you got it right there.
DAP.
I don't know what
DAP.
What's that?
Double anal penetration.
Right. Well, I have not tried that, but you only need to write like pussy. Slut.
You haven't tried double anal
pussy.
You haven't tried double anal penetration.
I haven't tried double anal penetration. No. I've participated in DPs, but not DAP.
Yes.
I wasn't the recipient either.
Yeah, that's you become very close mates when you're doing that.
You do.
This is one of those videos that won't be shown to my daughter anytime soon.
I hope she doesn't Google it.
Fucking hell. What concerns me is when she goes to high school next year, that her friends will come across this and go, Bianca, have you seen what your dad and his friend talk about? Anyway.
Do you think that she will her mental health will be affected?
I think it already has.
By it? By you?
I don't think they've got the attention span, to be honest, to sit through. They've not got the we're at 19 minutes now. They haven't got the attention span to look
past the first couple. They watch 2 or 3 minutes, forward it a bit, watch it again, and then go, nah, fuck that.
Not even 2 or 3 minutes.
No.
We've discussed their listening habits when they listen to music now. Most of her friends don't even listen to
A whole
song. Just listen to the part that gets played on TikTok.
Whereas, how can you appreciate the art when you don't listen to the Eminem album from the first song right to the end?
So,
for example,
Bianca said to me the other day she listened to a whole album. There's a girl called Melanie Martinez who was on The Voice, but now she's big. She's got
she's a singer.
Yeah, she's a great singer. Hispanic.
Voice New Zealand, Voice Australia, or
no, America. Half her hair is black and half her hair is white.
Okay.
And she does really sort of hip hoppy / just really indie sort of cool songs. Melanie Martinez, and they're very she's got an album called K to 12, and it's all about going through high school, and the vocals are very sweet sounding, but then the content is about being on the bus and one guy sticking his pants down another girl's pants and stuff like that.
Sticking his hand down
in school, and the bus driver watching and pretending it's Melanie Martinez, K to 12, and so she's made a movie in support of the whole album, each song consecutively. It's really cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's very cool. Anyway.
So it's like all the music videos stringing into one another.
Yeah, and there's a continuing story through it. Her going to school and
it's very cool. It is continuous from first to last.
So it goes from
so it makes the kids listen to the whole.
Yeah,
album.
well, so Bianca listens to the whole album, but I think she's the only one doing it. On that, just I'm really proud of her at the moment. She's reading a book a week.
Yeah, wow, that's great.
Yeah, so
my boys need to up their reading game a bit. They do read, but not it's actually nice. Toby came in to say, Dad, have you in your bookshelf, have you got any books that would be suitable for me?
Yeah,
but
cool.
they're not. They're too adult. The language is too complicated. I looked at one. I saw maybe this one. I read the first couple of pages, and there's a few long words in there that you wouldn't have understood.
Not up to you yet.
It just makes it too difficult when you don't understand.
Berkeley bookstore in Paddington on Oxford Street.
Well, I'm actually taking him to the library to sign up for the library, and
great.
Then the librarian will be able to recommend 10 books or whatever, young adult books.
They've got a great section, a young adult section in Berkeley, a whole wall.
That's the age group that he needs to be looking at.
And so Bianca's finding some great books. She's really enjoying it.
Yeah, that's good
to see. But I think that's also because
she'll be smart if she's not already. It improves your vocabulary and you're a bit more worldly and general knowledge.
Look at us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
shining examples.
World leaders.
Beacons of knowledge.
Yes.
Experience and wisdom.
But in all seriousness, she sees her mum and dad reading all the time.
Yes.
So it's just
no, it's good.
Learn behaviour.
I need to read more. I've read plenty of books, but I haven't read much recently.
No. We've got a lot on your plate.
I do have a lot on my plate. A lot of plates spinning at the same time.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what happened to your COVID clients? Remember you had back a few episodes ago, you were talking about a couple of clients that had cancelled because of Corona.
Oh no, they're back.
One was getting tested, the other one was
it's just the COVID clause.
Right.
Yeah, it's COVID cancel policy. So I gave them one cancellation for free.
Yeah.
And then the next one I charged.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got back into their act into gear.
Yeah, no one pulled the COVID thing more than once.
Right.
Which was good.
Yes. Did you tell them you can have this one? But
yeah, I said, look, well, I can't charge you if you're a bit COVID-y. But
were they?
No. One had hay fever.
Right.
And
Jesus Christ!
You know,
you don't go from hay fever.
You know. Well, they had hay fever. They probably didn't want to train, so they said, "Oh,
but that's not enough of a reason to skip training."
Well, it is if you don't. There is if you don't want to train.
That's right. That's true.
People
find any excuse that they can, right?
Well, if they don't want to train, I'm not even really training anymore for physical, for aesthetics. Like I'm sort of in shape. I'm not going to really put on any more muscle at my age unless I was to use supplements of some kind, which I'm not going to. But the mental benefits, and we talk about this all the time, but I don't understand why other people, more people, don't get that enjoyment and that feeling of euphoria from their training. Some people just need to get over themselves and just train hard.
Is it because they've not ever actually pushed themselves to that point
I think
where
so.
You do feel that
I think
euphoria?
So. Yeah.
have that endorphin release.
Yeah,
you
I think
feel
so.
that positivity.
Yeah, I think that's part
You've
of
got
it.
to get more Chad Matthews into them. Get that positivity.
Yeah,
into
well,
them.
we're discussing him. He's Jade's cousin, yeah, and we'd
He's a
love to
very-
get him on the show.
He has a very positive internet presence.
Yeah, if anybody wants to check him out, look at his Instagram, Chad Matthews. He's a public speaker apparently, and lifestyle coach, is he? Should be. I think he should be a advisor to the president of the United States.
Right.
I find him that inspiring.
Yes. Well, maybe he has a career in politics.
Or at least as a fitness leader.
Fitness leader.
Given his training, check out his training. He's got some interesting, I'd say unique styles of training.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Chad Matthews, yep. I spoke to a lady yesterday who goes to the gym, who's a very successful real estate agent. I'm not going to give her name because she probably listens, as most people do. But this is an example of someone who, gratitude is really important in life, I feel. If you want to be happy, my friends always says to me, you're either veering towards self-pity or gratitude. And the more you can veer towards gratitude, the better your life will run. So this lady, I ran into her and she's pulled up in her, she normally drives a Ferrari, right?
Oh, yes.
Right? Big red Ferrari. And
I know.
yeah, so she pulled up in a Lexus. And I said, where's the Ferrari? And she said, oh, I'm so angry, Steve. I'm so angry. My husband's got rid of the Ferrari and he's trading it in for a Rolls-Royce Wraith. And I said, well, things could be worse. And without any sense of irony or any sort of seeing the ridiculousness of this comment, said, no, you don't understand. I really don't like this car, and he always does this to me, and now I've got to drive around in this big Rolls Royce. Seriously. And I thought, wow, that's someone who has no gratitude. Like going from a $450,000 car to a $1 million car, and not getting over yourself and going, you know what, things could be fucking worse.
And whinging about it.
Like with no
To have that as
awareness.
To have that as your.
That's the worst things happening in your day. So anyway, I just thought that was.
Oh, but it's not just a day, Steve. That's going to be a problem for her for months.
A big problem.
In years, probably.
Yeah.
Until he trades it in for something else.
I mean, heaven forbid
It's
what.
the McLaren.
Yeah, what's going to trade in next?
Bugatti.
Fucking Bugatti. How bad would that be? Anyway, gratitude or self-pity.
You know, I have chickens at home.
I'd forgotten, but now you've reminded
I'm
me.
going to bring you some eggs. They're so good, Steve.
Are they different?
Yeah.
Really?
More taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less hormones?
Yeah. No hormones.
How do you make a hormone? Kick it between the legs. Don't do that. It's misogynistic. I got told we were being a bit misogynistic the other day because of the simp episode.
Oh, right.
We weren't supporting or condoning being a simp or using simp terms. Were we?
No, you were educating me about what it means.
Yes, but we as we said in the video.
Who told you this?
Rania.
Oh.
She didn't watch it because she thought it was a bit misogynistic.
Well, she didn't watch it. She's not really got a standpoint to stand from.
Yeah, she needs to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Chickens.
Yeah, so I've got 5 chooks. They're all laying eggs now, which is great. I'm getting fucking eggs.
Left, right, and centre.
Yeah, sort of 3 to 5 every day.
Really, that many?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were that.
They lay a day. They lay an egg a day.
Productive.
When they're on point.
Right.
Occasionally we're down. So a good day is 5 eggs a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes one of them doesn't
fire
out.
up.
Yeah. But anyway.
Does that mean they're constantly on their period then? Is that what that is?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Around 24 weeks, chickens start laying eggs. That's 24 weeks old.
Okay, so 24 weeks old. Okay,
so
6 months old.
Yeah.
See what you learn on push.
Anyway, the other day, it was a couple of weeks ago now, maybe a little bit longer. I woke up, I got up early for something. It was maybe 5 something o'clock, and I could hear a fucking rooster cock-a-doodle doing. Right.
Do you have a rooster?
Well, I don't, but this is before. So we bought 2 full-grown chickens that were at egg-laying age, and we got 3 chicks, right? Baby chicks that were like a week old, and we raised those 3 chicks under the lights in a little box for 8 weeks, and then put them outside, and now they're full-grown. I thought, has one of my fucking chickens turned into a boy? Start
It's transitioned.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? There's this rooster cockadoodle doing at 5 a.m, and it was just continuous.
Oh, that would be very annoying.
Very annoying. So I went outside, and all my chickens were like milling around, like pecking little insects out of the grass and stuff as they do. And then I heard it again. It wasn't from my backyard. It was either my neighbour, who's new, or the neighbour on the other side of them. It was from
probably the new one.
To the left.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, next door to me is a Lebanese man and his family.
Right.
And he bought a fucking rooster, the dumb cunt. Like, it's so inconsiderate to neighbours.
Why
a rooster?
Why would he buy a rooster?
Crows continuously.
Yeah, in the morning.
All day. Not just in the morning.
No, we have to do something.
Oh, I know. Well, look, I looked it up on Google, right? It's actually, there's a law, you're not allowed to have a rooster in a suburban residential area.
Yeah.
Because people will complain.
Yeah.
It's a council bylaw or something.
Yes. Understand.
So anyway.
Armed with that information,
he popped his head up over the fence, and I saw him there, and I saw his head or whatever. I said, "Hey, did you get a rooster?"
Did you say, "Hey, bro," or "Hey, mate," or
"Mate, hey, mate, did you get a rooster?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "What'd you get a rooster for?" And this older man stuck his head up. They were having some family gathering. He said,
"Because I like them
to make baby chickens." Because obviously,
what do they cost?
If you have chickens without a rooster, you just get eggs, right?
Yes.
But if you have a rooster there,
you get chickens.
Rooster's gonna.
You get more chickens.
It's gonna
impregnate
fertilize the eggs, and you'll get baby chicks, right?
Yes.
So I think their plan was to spit out lots of baby chicks. Like, if you can get an egg a day, you can get a chick a day, right?
I don't think they make that many, do they?
They make an egg
a day.
Of
course, it's an egg, so it's a chicken.
Yeah. So if the rooster's
what came first, though?
If the rooster's running around boning all these chickens all the time, potentially, if you've got 5 chickens, you could get 5 chicks every day, maximum, right? And I think their plan was to grow their own chickens so they could eat them, right? Have a few egg layers, but then once the chickens get to a full grown stage, they could eat them.
Yes.
Right. I said to him, there's actually a rule about having roosters in suburban residential areas. He said, why? I said, because people will complain.
They're fucking annoying.
People will complain.
Which is what I'm about to do.
People will complain to council. He said, have you complained? I said, well, it's the first day, isn't it, today? I said, people will complain. Anyway, about a week passed, and him and his wife popped their head up over the fence again when I was out the back. And they said, excuse me, we don't really want to have any problems with our neighbours, but we got a person from the council turn up today. Did you complain about our rooster? I said, well, I give you my word, I didn't complain.
Right,
because
someone else has.
I didn't. But maybe it was either your neighbour on the other side or the neighbour at the back.
Yeah, or anyone in the suburb.
Their rooster is towards the back of the section. And
right.
if I was butting onto their backyard, and there's a fucking rooster starting crying around, I would be not happy. No. And I wasn't really. Every morning I've been like, God damn fucking rooster.
That would be.
So, yeah, roosters in the backyard are not a good idea.
So where's it? What's the result? Is he going to get rid of it?
I don't know, because they told me that the council person came. Yeah. And I said, look, check with, if you want to find out, ask the other neighbours. I mean, I'm telling you,
that's not the
my
issue.
wife's getting annoyed by it, but I give you my word, I didn't call the council.
Yes.
I'm close to calling the council though.
Yes.
But I'm glad someone else did. And it doesn't surprise me.
No, they got to
get rid of it.
Still them or the rooster. Or both.
Yeah. They have family over all the time.
So
and they're playing their music.
Of course they are.
I don't mind that music actually.
The
well, that sounded a bit more American Indian, really, but you know. that same sort of ethnic shit.
Yeah. Shit.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind that.
Okay. Not when it's in a car going past with a and like, how are you ever going to get laid driving like that?
Maybe
And then-
you get one of those scarf wearing penguin looking women into your backseat.
Right. Is that what you call them? How are you ever going to get laid doing that though?
Yeah, not in this country.
So
Or maybe certain suburbs it works. It might work in certain areas.
I can't see it. Well, in their countries, the women aren't allowed out. Anyway, speaking of that culture, why is it that those particular boys have to make phone calls in a public area as loud as possible and let everyone know they're on the phone?
Do they?
You
Where
don't-
have you noticed that?
At the gym, especially. So if they've got if they've got a call,
They'll come into the gym, walk on the phone, talk.
yeah, or they'll have their headset on.
Holding it like this.
Brother, I fucking told him to get the money. He didn't get the money. I swear to God, I'll get the fuck. You don't get the money. I fucking swear to God, bro. Cuz, you're not listening to me. Listen to me. What the fuck is that all about?
Yeah, I must say I have actually seen that. Yeah.
And it's actually not this is fucking fact. If it's another culture, they go, hang on, I'll call you back and go outside. Or I'm training. Or not even pick up the phone.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
at bare minimum, go outside and take the call there. No one else wants to hear.
Why do they do that?
I think it's an attention thing because they want people to know that they're important.
You know, that particular ethnicity also they must coat their whole body with fucking aftershave deodorant.
Okay.
Have you noticed that? They all passed and it fucking reeks.
Well, there's a lot of things around washing and before prayer and stuff like that. They have to wash specific areas and so every time they pray, they have to wash beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they wash the perfume off and then have to put it back on again. I hadn't noticed that, but I don't go around sniffing Lebanese boys.
Well, maybe there's a new pastime for you.
Yeah, maybe. No, I'm too busy as it is.
Do you remember that book you loaned me? He talked
Yeah,
about
which
it
you
in
never
there.
brought back.
I did.
No, you didn't bring it back,
I gave
no.
it to Gabriella. She's got it. She put it somewhere.
Oh, if you've given it to her, it's gone. Gone. Yeah, the
Look in your
great
drawers,
book, great Aussie book by an Aussie author who's actually Muslim. It's called The Lebs.
What's the author's name?
I can't remember.
Okay.
It's a Muslim name, Arabic name. Dark at points. Centered it. Wrote around the kids at Punchbowl High in 2001 around 9/11.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That is true. Yes, yes.
Do you know what freaks me out?
What?
Do you have things that freak you out that you don't like?
If I thought about it, I could probably draw on a couple of things, but I can't think of anything off the top of my
Well, I
head.
have thought about it.
Right. Things that freak. This is going to be a new segment.
Could be. It could be. You could
Things that freak Steve out.
could be.
You can do one an episode.
I could do. Yeah.
Two an episode.
So potatoes that sprout freak me out.
Do you know that you can plant those in the garden and more potatoes will grow?
I have. Yeah, I am aware of that.
Do you? Have you done it? I've done it.
No, I don't like seeing them.
I just dug up some potatoes the other day that I grew. You know what else I've grown? Cauliflower, broccoli, beetroot, carrots, and strawberries
Really?
in my garden.
You've got a green thumb.
These fucking broccoli plants. Do you know how big a broccoli plant grows?
No.
From the dirt, it's like fucking this tall.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I did not know
I thought they'd be like this tall with just a head of broccoli and a few leaves. But
Yes.
they're fucking maybe 2 or 3 feet tall.
Really? My life is richer
I had no
on
idea.
knowing that. Back to the sprouty potatoes. They freak me out. And I think it's because there's a little bit like an alien component to them. There's a potato and you buy it and you think, oh, that'll be a nice potato. And then little nodules start growing out of it. And
But that's only if you leave it for a certain amount of time without eating it.
yes, no, I know how it works.
Have you left them longer and they actually grow into long strands?
Yes, even that freaks me out thinking about that.
Right.
Why is that?
Because you're a pussy.
I don't know if that actually.
Is the legitimate reason?
Is there really? Oh well, yeah. Look, it hadn't occurred. I don't have a garden, so I don't know how it occurs to me. I mean, obviously the Push Mansion has the
Why don't you
acres of.
Next time that happens, chop up one of those potatoes with sprouts onto it into little individual chunks, and then throw them in the garden in a bucket of dirt and see what happens.
Put them out the front. Did you notice in our street now it's actually a cul-de-sac?
Oh, what the fuck is going on with that street? No.
It's great. I love it.
So this morning, to get here, I drove in one end and I saw it was blocked off. I'm like,
yes.
God damn it. Reverse back, back to the roundabout, around to all the way around by Pet Bone, come on the other side. And I could get less close to your house.
That's right.
To the Push Mansion.
Yes.
What the fuck?
So
it's a fucking nightmare. It's annoying.
It's good for residents though, because it makes our street hella quiet. It's really nice.
Hella quiet.
Hella quiet. Is that an oxymoron? Hella
yes,
quiet.
it is.
Makes it very quiet. It's actually because we can wander around there and
naked at night.
Well, yeah, you can do that if you want. But we can wander around there. It's really quiet. It's actually nice.
Right.
Because the rest.
So what are they building? What are they doing?
Well,
they're blocking it off and having two. They're going to have two dead ends.
Yeah, so there's one down the other end that's been there for a while.
Yeah.
And the locals have got tables and chairs there and some plants. And they have like parties there.
Do they?
So we don't have.
Have you ever been invited?
No.
Too far away. You're not in that zone.
I'm not in that clique, but this will be our clique.
Right.
This will be our.
Maybe you
problems with the
maybe
chair
you could
today.
throw the parties.
Yeah. Well, I said that, and Bianca said, "Don't do that. You just cringe, Daddy. It's so embarrassing."
You should do a flyer.
Yeah.
A push party.
The push party.
Right. People might think that's something else.
They might.
But you could throw a party, meet in the cul-de-sac at Friday night at 7 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
And BYO everything.
Yeah. We could do that.
Where I used to live in Newtown, one street over behind my house.
What street were you in?
It was Gowrie Street.
Gowrie.
Yeah, it's a side street off Erskineville Road where there's a petrol station and the little Woolies there.
Yeah.
There. But one street
Nice
over.
nice little area.
It is a nice area.
Has a village feel.
It's a little network of one-way streets, so again, not much traffic really. Except every now and then you get some dickhead driving the wrong way down the one-way street.
Trying to rat run. That's the term, rat run.
Well, the thing is,
Rat race?
there's pets and kids walking around.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very dangerous.
Well, that's what they're trying to do here. The only thing is so if you want to traverse our street in the future, use the laneway.
Which is what I did to come around to the other side.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Your street, Gowrie Street.
yes. So one street over behind which is the street that runs adjacent to the primary school that both my eldest boys went to, and one still does. The residents along there would regularly gather and have drinks on like a Friday night in summer. So when I used to be walking my dog down to that little park, there'd be about 6 or 8 people out the front of someone's house drinking wine and chatting and stuff.
Right.
They were really nice people. I'd stop and have a chat, and they'd offer me a drink, which I'd decline at the time. But they'd be half pissed on a Friday evening, and hey, come and have a drink with us, Kev.
Yeah, it's a good community.
Yeah, that's what you can have out here.
Yeah.
Or
I won't be drinking
at your place.
Yeah.
Right, not here because we're in the mansion.
No, I mean, yeah, that's right.
Back at your place.
That's right.
Yes.
I you notice we've got a new backdrop.
A black drop.
Backdrop.
Black drop. Yes. That's not a racial slur.
No. It's a backdrop of colour. Do you know Terry from the gym?
Terry.
Terry goes to Brazil a lot. That's all I know. Gay guy.
Ming goes to Brazil a lot.
No, he's so he talks to Marcel. He knows a bit of Portuguese. Talks to Marcel a bit.
Ah, yes. I
Yeah.
do know. Shaved head?
Yeah.
Moustache.
Yes.
Little thin.
So he wanted us to bring up what he calls the gay training uniform.
The gay training uniform. 40 shorts?
No. So the colour, all black.
Right.
You don't know about this.
Oh, what? No.
The gay training uniform. You have to wear all black. So you've got the shirt on already. It's all black. You have to wear black shoes. Long black socks pulled up just underneath your calves to make your calves look bigger.
Under your calves.
Just under your calves to make your calves look bigger.
Right.
Black shorts.
That's pretty close to the personal training uniform.
Yeah, I know.
Just without the socks.
Yeah. Little black shorts.
Yes.
And black shirt.
Right. Is it really the uniform?
That's the gay. Yeah. That's what Terry said.
It's commonly worn.
Have a look next time you're at the gym.
Haven't been there for a while actually.
No.
I've been working.
So,
Working like a man.
what have you been doing? Digging ditches?
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah, swinging a sledgehammer, jackhammer.
Yeah.
Fucking
Do you wear high
drills.
vis?
Yeah,
Right.
high vis.
How's
Actually
it going?
worked. Huh?
How's it going for you?
It's hard work, man. I'm
Yeah.
fucking knackered by the end of the day and the end of the week.
So,
Mostly demolition, bit of construction. Poured some concrete the other day.
really?
Yeah,
You're just a jack of all trades. If you're not growing something, you're smashing something down.
that's right. I actually quite enjoy the smashing things down.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm a fucking animal.
Is it-
Yeah.
do-
There's
I
like a
wouldn't
bunch of
imagine-
other guys working, and like I get in there and fucking flex the muscle and
I see you go,
smash
do you go
the-
shirtless when you do that?
No, but it was like crowbars and a thing called a pinch bar, which is like a long, solid crowbar thing with a point on one end.
Point on, I know
Just
that.
smashing shit up like tiles and
Do you think maybe you might be working too hard, and they probably want you to slow down?
yeah, I think the bosses are probably impressed.
I saw that on the show, The Punisher.
Yes.
The guy was very angry. Well, he's the Punisher, so he's going to be angry.
Yes.
And he was demolishing stuff, but he was doing it too fast. The other guys wanted to slow down.
Right, because it sets a bad
Yeah.
a pace they can't keep up to.
Yes.
Then their efforts will be
Yes.
criticised.
So, but then
Did he slow down?
no, he just beat them all up. He's the Punisher.
Maybe that's what I should do
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I quite like that because I kind of think of it as like,
Training.
yeah, like it's not actually doesn't qualify as training, but it's like
Cardio.
it's secondary sort of training.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Training when I'm not training.
Still, but
If you do an hour of swinging a sledgehammer,
yeah.
you're fucking pumped and some muscles. My shoulders are constantly sore from holding like a jackhammer above my shoulders, jackhammering the fucking top brick in the wall or something.
Right. Yeah, that'd be hard work.
It is hard work.
Yeah. Manly work.
Dripping with sweat.
Yeah. Sounds like a gay porno. You sure you're not just on a gay porno?
I
set?
actually, oh shit, that's why that happens
and
halfway
then
through.
neglected to mention if you had pants on or not.
There's some, no.
Is there a script? Or
There's
is
two
it
guys down the bottom holding the ladder, and that's shirtless as well.
just... Yeah. And
No script, unscripted.
unscripted. Anyway,
Climactic.
you got anything else?
No.
The push is sort of there's so much red. Does your 12-year-old?
Does your 12-year-old generally stay up later than you every night? Because you're in bed by like 8:30.
I know it's not. It's not good because like I'm getting up.
Does she? She's
Yeah.
12, right?
Yeah.
And do you go to bed before your 12-year-old daughter?
I try to get her to go to bed, but then I'm on the clock because I've got to get to sleep because I'm up at 3:45 every morning.
Oh, 3:45, so painful a number
So
for a clock.
yeah, I've worked. If I get up so I start work at 5. I've got to be at the gym with my first client at 5 a.m. I find getting up at 4 is not enough time for me to do the things I need to do. And
So 3:45 it is.
3:45.
Yeah. What time do you get up on a Sunday?
5. 5's the sleep in.
Right.
5's sleeping because we've got stairs. So to answer your question, no, like, and I don't. I've got to. Something's got to change there because it's not good. So I'll put her to bed. She'll be in her room.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. And but then she's not getting up till 6:37 in the morning. So she's still awake at 8:30.
Yes.
And I've since listened
So
to.
you put her to bed. Good night. See you tomorrow. Whatever.
Gab goes to bed a bit later.
So then, so you put your daughter to bed.
Yeah.
Then you go off to bed,
Yes.
and Gab's still up watching TV. or
Gab's
whatever.
usually on a phone, like watching TV but not watching it, and then on a phone.
That's what women do.
Just nonsense on a phone.
Yeah.
And then will ask me about the show she's been watching because she doesn't remember it. Well, she's
Right.
not. Because she's not paying attention.
Right.
I've got to look at this thing. I've got to look at this house that's for sale. It's like,
Does she really?
yeah.
You guys are going to invest?
No, we're not broke. We're not got any money. But she just wants to look at the shit. So there's a
Right.
house down the road that's being finished, being built.
Well, she's not actually doing anything.
Constructive?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Anyway, so she's doing that. Bianca, meantime, has usually got back up out of bed and
Right.
is like on the phone or like usually not so much on the phone, but on YouTube
In her bedroom.
with a laptop in her bedroom.
Right.
So obviously the devices have to stay out of her room.
Right.
So last night I got up to go to the toilet. I thought it was about midnight. Turns out it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to take a leak, and a light was on in Bianca's room, not in here because this is the studio.
That's right.
And
Why would she be in our studio?
it'd be weird, especially 1 o'clock in the morning.
Unless she was recording her own podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
And she was on the phone.
Mm-hmm. To whom? At 1 o'clock in the morning.
One of the bitches, one of her crew.
Oh, well, at least it was one of the squad.
She said to me-
not one of the fucking
Boys.
dudes.
She said,
Or was it?
no, check the
So
phone.
you opened the door of her room.
And she said, "Oh, Dad, no." And what she does is quickly throw the phone, because I can't confiscate the phone.
Why can't you confiscate the phone?
Because she throws it down the side of the bed, which is impossible to get to.
You couldn't crawl under her bed.
Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't be asked.
No.
So she does that intentionally, so I can't take the phone off her.
Right. She turned it off. It's still on.
No, it's hung up.
Right.
It's still on down the side of the bed. And then I reckon what she does then is sneak when I go to bed.
Maybe she has like a little mini fishing rod and she
Yeah,
fishes
good
it back out. Or maybe she grabs the cord and she can like fish it back out.
Yeah. Anyway, she's up to no good.
No, she is. So what do you do at that point?
Go back to bed.
You don't say no more screens
I
tomorrow.
say no more screen time.
Not at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I would be saying if that happened in my house,
Confiscate.
I'd be like, that's it. Taking that phone off you until Monday morning.
Yeah.
And there'd be no fucking hesitation.
Yeah.
I asked my kids to go and fold like washed clothes from there's a pile of clothes that you're folding. So I want you to fold clothes for half an hour.
Yeah. Did you say it like that really brusquely?
Yeah, fold clothes. Go and fold the clothes.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I've had enough of folding clothes. And I said, all right, you can stop if you want. But there'll be no more screens for the rest of the weekend.
No more food for a week.
No more food or clothes when you go to school.
That's right.
Right?
Just like Dad
You make
going,
the choice.
Dad going on the construction site. Yeah. Look, do I wear clothes? Apart from my high vis
That's
vest?
out of your dad's book.
Yes.
Right. And they go, no.
Please let us wear clothes, Daddy.
I said, well, you can choose whether you want to
Fold some clothes?
clothes or wear clothes.
Or wear clothes.
Your choice.
Jesus. You should win Father of the Year award.
And they
this year.
choose folding the clothes.
I'm not surprised. Can you imagine the embarrassment?
So they're back to folding the clothes. So that's... I just have to threaten taking it, and I will take it away if they disobey.
And how long would you keep the phone for?
A couple of days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a harsh punishment for not folding clothes, but if they do something like worse, then I definitely take the phone away.
Yeah.
Yes.
My client Mark has his son wanted to buy a new phone.
How old's the son?
Same age as Bianca, I think about 12. And the son wanted
A new phone? So
Yeah.
he's already got one?
had a phone, wanted the new iPhone 11.
Oh, fuck off.
Now listen. So I think he handled
Do
it
you
quite
have
well.
an iPhone?
No, iPhone 6.
My boys don't even have iPhones.
Yeah,
Let's have
that's
a
good.
cheap
That's
fucking
a good-
$70 smartphone from Optus.
That's a good way to do it.
Cheap, nasty one.
Yeah.
Because I thought, you buy them an iPhone and they lose it in a couple of weeks. Fuck that. But the hats off to them. They got them for Christmas last year. It's now almost November and they haven't lost their phone
great.
once. Yeah.
So what my client did, he's a business consultant. That's what he does for a living.
Right.
He said, the kids saved up about 500 or something. Right?
Yes.
So they had enough money for a cheap iPhone, like
Yes.
a lower model one.
Yes.
And he said, well, if you really want the iPhone 11, I can buy it for you on credit, but you have to pay it back in services. Because he wanted to teach him the idea of if you've got a debt, you've got to pay it back.
Right.
So the son.
Chores.
Yeah. So the son has committed to cleaning his car every weekend for the next 2 years.
Wow.
And the son's doing it.
Yeah.
And Mark, the client, doesn't remind him.
Right.
And but the son knows if he misses, he's going to get a default sort of payments thing. So if he misses in a few, like 2 or whatever the arrangement was, number of weeks in a row, the phone goes.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to actually teach responsibility.
Yeah. That is. That's good. Well, that's similar.
Yeah.
You don't do the chores, you don't get the reward.
Yeah, we're just creating a little. No, she's great. She's a good girl, but we are a bit easier on her with things like behaviours. Yeah. It's hard to change once you set these precedences as well.
Toby saved up for his own iPad.
Okay.
It's a second-hand one,
Right.
actually. So he looked up on second-hand iPads for sale, and he found that there was one for like the cheapest one you could get was like $180. It's like an iPad, an older iPad, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
still has the wide plug and
Right.
charge thing, right? So
Yeah.
it's older.
I forgot about that.
Remember when they changed?
Yeah.
Right. So he did chores, and I gave him a little bit of money here and there to
Sure.
prop it up to boost it.
Yeah.
But he wrote out a little chart, and he crossed off every $5 or he got or $10.
Yeah.
He kept track of
Yeah.
the tally that he was at, and he saved up. He ended up getting up to like 220 or something.
That's
so
good.
he could the iPad you can buy for $180 is just a cheap, nasty 16 gig one. You can't,
nothing.
five songs on that, and it's overloaded with.
Explodes.
There's no data left.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, we've got to get you like a 60, at least a 64, or
Yeah.
maybe
120.
even got 128. I
Right.
can't remember what we got, but we
Right.
got he spent a little bit more, and he got a bigger memory.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it all himself.
That's great.
So
Yeah, Bianca saved up the money for her phone. She paid for that herself, and she has prepaid, and she has to pay for the actual credit.
yes,
We do help her out sometimes when she's just gone hard in the paint
actually,
with the credit.
Toby's out of credit for his phone, and although the deal was that they pay for their own credit, I probably will buy him a $10 credit, which gives him like 21 days of
Yeah,
unlimited texts and calls and 3 gig of data or something.
it's one of my friends, actually Kane, said today he's actually going to buy a flip phone. He's over it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he's over
Get
it.
a Nokia, back on the Nokia bandwagon.
Yeah.
Wagon.
I wouldn't mind doing the same thing. It's actually good for people.
But don't you use your smartphone to check your emails and all that shit? You do, right? That's what you use.
Let's be real. We're mainly looking at
Tits and ass.
So
So you currently use your phone for calls and texts, right? Okay, standard.
calendar.
But also-
Calendar is a big one.
Calendar.
Calendar's a huge one.
Calendar.
For work.
And notes.
Yeah. Actually, notes.
Calendar notes, but also Instagram, Facebook, fucking all that shit.
Twitter.
Yeah, see, and emails.
Yeah, I don't look a lot.
Where do you look at your emails? When you look for an email, what
I
device
just
do you
Gmail.
use?
I just Gmail on my phone.
It's on your phone, right?
Yeah.
It's so handy.
It's
right?
handy.
And Google, you look up a fucking something every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that on your flip phone.
No, you can't. So, would you actually do it? If you did that, if you bought a cheap, nasty little Nokia or whatever, would you keep the smartphone at home in the drawer just in case you needed it?
That would be good.
That would just limit that while you're out and about, you just have phone calls and texts, and that's it. You'd probably have a lot more time on your hands because you know how much time you waste. You know, you got half an hour before your client turns up. You jump on. You
No, I don't. So I really make an effort not to do that. So look, as you know, I've been doing a lot of hours.
While you're eating a meal, you don't have your phone in one hand.
Well, I really try to. Okay, so I on the other day I did a lot of hours. I did like 11 hours, right? And the only breaks I had was to train and a half hour eating break, and then to pick up Bianca. So that situation only appeared for that half an hour lunch break. So what I do, because I'm aware of not doing that, because what I find is if you do that on your break, you don't feel like you've had a break. Then it's like because you just it's. I say this to Gabrielle all the time. It's like work, but
with no reward.
With no reward, because it's work to be. So I try to. If it's sunny, I'll go and sit outside. I'll sit on the floor. I sit on the pavement opposite in the sun. Right. I'll meditate or I'll read a book. And I really try to adhere to that. It's so because then when I go back into the fucking circus, which is the gym, I feel a bit purged from the nonsense.
Sure.
Because if I go from the gym where it's dark and feels like a fucking club, I've done 5 hours back to back, then go outside and look at tits and ass on my Instagram, then go back and it's like the same nonsense.
Yes.
So I need to sort of like have a purge.
Get back to something real and organic, tangible, rather than
TNA. So I take my shoes off and walk on the ground.
Pants too?
Yeah, well, I never had them on.
I thought I saw you in the background on the building site.
Yeah. So because I have to disconnect. Like the last thing I want to do on my break is sit around with bros, talking about fucking, I don't know, bodybuilding or which bitch is on Instagram or, you know, who said what to, you know what I mean? And then back into it. That's it's easy to do. You just slip it, but then you go, oh, where's my break? I'm exhausted.
Yeah, no, good point actually. The reading is a good idea because once you get into a book, you want to read it, and so taking time out to do that.
It's completely your brain is being used for something completely different.
Yeah, see, maybe that's what I should do because I'm not doing that. I will
do it.
I will eat and
I know. I see you do it.
Looking at some fucking shit.
And it is just shit. Yeah. Apart from the podcast, if you're watching us, of course, then it's time well spent.
That's right. This is educational.
It's more than education.
Educational.
It's more than educational. This is how you live your best life.
We haven't done Live Your Best Life for a while.
Do you have one?
No.
Well, just in the interim, don't keep potato.
That's a Live Your Best Life. Don't stay.
Yes.
Don't stay logged on.
Yes.
Log off.
Yes.
Go and read a book. Read a chapter of a book.
Read a chapter of a book. Get outside. Take your feet off. Take your feet off. Take your pants off. No. Take your shoes off. Because you know about grounding, right?
Yes.
Take your shoes off. Walk on the ground. Get back to nature. Get some sunlight, and read a fucking
You know
book.
what's really nice is grounding at the beach.
Why are you getting a blowjob?
Yes.
If you can't find anyone to suck your dick.
I don't know if I've had a blowjob at the beach. Oh, maybe I have.
I've had a blowjob in a car at the beach.
I remember fooling around on a blanket in the sand a couple of times.
Was anybody else there?
No, it was just me. Come on, and some mates.
Yeah. I have to give it. This is the height with your high vis. Anyway, live your best life. This is the push.
Log off.
Subscribe to us though. Comment and like.
The Push_podcast. Check us out.
I'm Steve Machine Curran.
Keep Big Daddy Allwood.
Peace out.